Welcome to Sports Jam. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. It's a special show today as we honor the best in the Northwest of our Sports Jam all-area teams in basketball and hockey.
And we'll start with an amazing run at the state tournament for the Park Center girls basketball team. In their first ever appearance, the Pirates came up big. Park Center facing Simley in the Class 3A quarterfinals. Simley gets off to a good start. Maria Paulson sinks a three for a 6-2 Spartans lead. Kayla McMorris passes it inside to Michaela Hayes for two as the Pirates battle back. Right before halftime, McKenna Dubois nails a big three to pull Park Center within four at the break. Second half, and Dubois attacks, scoring the layup as PC grabs the lead 36-33. McMorris has a big second half, and that's 24 in all, including this layup in transition as Park Center pulls away to win 68-53.
After a win over Minneapolis Washburn in the semifinals, the Pirates hit the court for what proved to be a very memorable championship game. The Pirates meeting a good Marshall team for the title. It's another slow start for PC as Marshall's Kenzie Beekman drives and scores for an 8-2 lead. Kayla McMorris pops a three from the right side, and Park Center goes up 15-11. Ann Simonette has a big game for the Pirates, here burying the baseline jumper for a 17-16 advantage. Danielle Shaw drills a long three. The Park Center struggles from beyond the arc most of the game. Sarah Bizey tries to score right before halftime, and the Tigers lead 29-24 at the half. A 2-on-1 for Park Center, and Dubois sets up Simonette for the layup, but the Pirates are still down 7. Shaw lobs it to Michaela Hayes for the hoop and the foul, and Park Center is within 52-48. Simonette nails a three from the corner, and Park Center is within 26 points for Simonette in the game. Bad news, though, is the Pirates lose Dubois and then McMorris to fouls in the final minute. But Danielle Shaw in the starting lineup because of an injury to her sister Hannah hits the clutch shot that Pirates fans will remember. It ties it up and sends this game to overtime. Marshall surges ahead again, but Hayes scores to tie it with 35 seconds left in the first OT, and we go to a second overtime. Again, the Pirates trail, but Shaw steals it and gets the layup to tie it up at 67, and we're headed to a third overtime. In the third OT, Rashaya Iobamadeli drives to the middle and scores, and the game's even at 69 all. Park Center finally takes the lead as Hayes scores and gets fouled. It's 71-69 Pirates. Tied at 71, Simonette makes one of two free throws to put PC back out in front. And with Marshall driving for a potential game winner, Iobamadeli gets the steal. And Park Center hangs on for a wild 73-71 win in triple overtime that started with Schaub's big shot.
The plan was to set a pick and get the lob to Michaela, but it wasn't open, so I just went for the last second shot and I got it.
It's just so overwhelming, all the fans there with us all the way, and I mean, we're a young team, but we got where we want to go, and it's just so exciting.
It was so hard for me. I wanted to go back out on the floor, but I couldn't. But I knew our freshmen would step up, and Olivia Peterson, and they did what they knew what to do.
We just had to keep believing in everything. I mean, 3 overtimes was really hard to get through. We just had to get through the game and play hard through all of it, and it came out really well. I'm proud of everybody.
Amazing series of comebacks for the Pirates, Jay, and with all those young players on the floor at the end is what really makes it outstanding.
I think their poise in that game stands out to me more than anything because they really did trail not only for most of regulation, but a lot of the overtime session they were trailing too, and you didn't see any panic. You didn't see shots fired up wildly or passes sailing out of bounds. Yes, there were mistakes on both teams here and there, but Park Center pulling it out in the end, just a very memorable win for them.
A great season. Congratulations to Park Center. Class A's Maranatha Christian Academy of Brooklyn Park are tournament regulars. The Mustangs were making their 5th straight trip to state as they face Mankato Loyola in the quarterfinals. Senior Madison Lee hits a three-pointer from the wing to give the Mustangs an early 8-7 lead. Crusaders freshman Lindsay Thunick had a huge game. Her three puts Loyola in front. Later in the half, she gets out in transition and hits the short jumper in the lane. She nets 20 points in the first half. Loyola leads by 5. But MCA closes the half strong. Lexi Lee hits the step-back three. The Mustangs take a 40-37 lead into halftime. Second half, and Ray Andos for Mankato drives in from the wing to score and put Loyola up 6. But Maranatha rallies, scoring the game's next 9 points, including the baseline jumper from Michaela Payne, 24 points in the game for the senior. Madison Lee with a layup with a minute to go gives Maranatha a 2-point lead. But Loyola again comes back. Goes, hits a runner with under a second to go to tie it, sending this game to overtime. And then tied in the final seconds of OT, Tunick drives and is fouled with 0.4 of a second to play. She makes both free throws as Maranatha's season ends with a 93-91 overtime loss. Tough loss, but still very good season for the Mustangs.
That's for sure. Next up, get set for our Sports Jam all-area teams in girls and boys hockey and basketball. Welcome back to Sports Jam.
And it's time for us to recognize some great athletes with our Sports Jam all-area teams.
We'll get started with boys hockey. We've consulted with local coaches and proudly present our Sports Jam boys hockey team.
There's our friends. There they are.
We'll start our all-area boys hockey team up front. Maple Grove's number 7, Sam Valerius, became the 6th player in Crimson history to surpass 100 career points, tallying 17 goals and 30 assists this season. Valerius was chosen for the Great 8 tournament. Number 42, Michael Orkey, had a big year for Breck. The senior netted 26 goals with 29 assists for the Section 2A runner-up Mustangs. Orkey had 4 game winners. Number 22, Kai Barber, helped Totino Grace reach the state Class A tournament. Strong on his skates with a great shot, Barber had 20 goals and 13 assists, including 5 game winners. He's another Great 8 pick. Number 23, Trey Rooney, is rewriting the record book at Cooper. Sophomore Rooney had 36 goals and 33 assists this season and owns all of the Hawks scoring records in just 2 years. Rooney had 6 hat tricks and is a 2-time team MVP. Number 6, Max Zimmer of Wayzata, is another super sophomore. Zimmer led the Trojans in points, netting 10 goals and 23 assists. He's a 2-time All-Lake Conference pick. Number 4, Josh Passolt of Maple Grove makes our squad after a good junior season. A dynamic playmaker and finisher, Passolt had 20 goals and 21 assists while earning all-conference honors.
That might be goal of the year right there.
Rounding out the forwards is Armstrong's number 10, Cole Gergen. The Falcons' team MVP, Gergen had 17 goals and 14 assists and was a Hobie Baker Character Award winner. Our defensemen include Wayzata's number 25, Chandler Lindstrand. A steady presence on one of the state's best defensive teams, second-team All-Metro pick Lindstrand had 2 goals and 14 assists. Sam Franta, number 23 for Maple Grove, is an offensive defenseman who ran the Crimson power play. Junior Franta had 7 goals and 17 assists while earning all Northwest Suburban honors. Number 17, junior Jason Critch of Totino Grace, is one of the better Class A defensemen. The all-conference pick is a great skater and passer and had 6 goals and 17 assists. He is verbally committed to Minnesota State Mankato. Wayzata's number 10, Alex Stevens, is another standout junior blue liner. The 2-year All-Lake Conference pick led the Trojans in plus-minus and had 10 goals and 7 assists. Breck's number 18, Derek Wiedela, was a 4-year letter winner for the Mustangs and won 99 games in his career. Wiedela had 7 goals and 20 assists for Breck this season. In goal, Wayzata's Vaughn Ahrens had a superb junior year. The first-team All-Metro choice was 15-6-1 with a 1.44 goals against and .935 save percentage. Ahrens had 5 shutouts. Breck's number 31, Henry Johnson, rounds out our squad. Johnson had 4 shutouts for the Mustangs with a 17-6-1 record, 2.00 goals against, and .915 save percentage. It's a strong group, the Sports Jam boys hockey team. And here are the honorable mention picks for boys hockey.
This next group can skate pretty well, too. Here's our Sports Jam girls hockey team for this year. We'll start with a talented group of forwards led by Benilde St. Margaret's number 19, Kelly Panic. The senior from Plymouth led the team in scoring, netting 41 goals with 57 assists. Kelly was all-conference and all-state for the Class AA runner-up Red Knights. She'll skate for the University of Minnesota next season. A future Gopher teammate of Panic is Hopkins forward number 20, Nina Rogers. The senior led the Royals in goals with 26, adding 24 assists. Rogers was named All-Lake Conference and All-State for this season. Wayzata's number 11, Sophia Shaver, is a junior who led the Trojans in scoring this year. She scored 20 goals for the season, including 3 in the playoffs, as Wayzata finished as section runner-up. Sophia added 24 assists and is verbally committed to play hockey at Wisconsin. Armstrong Cooper's number 29, Marissa Odell, had a very good year as she scored 19 goals with 14 assists in 26 games, tying for the team lead in points. Odell was named All-Northwest Suburban Conference and the team's Ms. Offense. Maple Grove's number 28, Taylor Wente, skated to a terrific freshman season, leading the Crimson in scoring. Wente tallied 22 goals with 15 assists and finished 4th in the Northwest Suburban Conference in scoring and was an all-conference pick. Another good freshman is Breck's number 4, Grace Zumwinkle. She scored 15 goals and 11 assists during the regular season, but was on fire in the section tournament, netting 8 goals in just 3 games. Zumwinkle was all Tri-Metro Conference and named the Mustangs team MVP. Wayzata's number 22, Caitlin Klein, led the Trojans in scoring each of the past 2 seasons. The senior scored 18 goals this winter and led the team in assists with 29, as the Trojans won 19 games and finished as runner-up to Benilde in the tough Section 6AA. Klein was named All-Lake Conference. We round out a solid group of forwards with Maple Grove's number 16, Abby Larson. Great around the net, the junior winger was second on the Crimson in scoring and 5th in the conference with 17 goals and 18 assists. She was all Northwest Suburban Conference. Our defensemen include Hopkins number 6, Grace Bazal. The talented junior was not only a solid defender, but she can put the puck in the net too. Bazal scored 12 goals and chipped in 19 assists for the Lake Conference runner-up Royals. She was named All-Conference and All-State. Wayzata's number 2, senior captain Becca Senden, makes our squad for a second straight season. Known for being a solid blue line defender, Senden scored 7 goals as a senior, including 3 on the power play, and was named All-Conference and All-State. Armstrong Cooper's number 7, Emma Terrace, wrapped up a great career as she led her team in goals this season with 20. The 3-time team MVP for Armstrong Cooper, Terrace was All-Metro and All-State honorable mention and will play at Bemidji State next year. Maple Grove's number 37, Tina Campa, was a dynamo on the ice for the Crimson. The diminutive freshman showed great vision on the ice and excels at breaking the puck out of the defensive zone. Campa was named All-Northwest Suburban Conference. Now to the goalies, and Hopkins number 29, Aaron O'Neill. The senior logged a majority of the Royals' minutes in goal this season, finishing with a 17-5 record to go along with an outstanding goals against average of 1.25 and a save percentage of .947. The first-team All-Stater will play for Boston University next year. Champlain Park's number 35, Hannah Getto, was named All-State honorable mention this season. The All-Northwest Suburban Conference junior was the team defensive MVP and was outstanding in net for the Rebels, posting a goals against average of 1.69 and a save percentage of .953. Tutino Grace netminder number 35, Logan Nip, makes our team for a second straight season. The Brooklyn Park native played all but 3 minutes this season for the Eagles. Nip finished the year with a .918 save percentage and was named All-State and the team MVP. That's our group, a great squad. It's the 2014 Sports Jam All-Area Girls Hockey Team. And here are the honorable mention picks for girls hockey.
Basketball takes center stage in a moment.
Our all-area hoops teams come your way next. This was again a pretty good winter for boys basketball talent in the northwest suburbs. Many of those players are represented on this year's Sports Jam boys basketball team. A strong group of guards leads the 2014 Sports Jam team, headed by Osseo's number 25, Wheeler Baker. The senior led the Orioles in scoring, averaging over 22 points, while playing all 30 games for the Section 5 4A champions. Baker was named first-team All-Metro by the Star Tribune and will play Division I ball at Albany in New York next season. Number 20, Jake Wright, led a talented Hopkins team in scoring this year. Wright averaged just over 16 points a game for the state Class 4A runner-up Royals. A deadly perimeter shooter, Wright hit 40% of his threes. He was named All-Conference and to the All-Tournament team at state. He'll play next year at the Citadel.
Step back jumper from about 17, and he hit.
Park Center's number 15, Isaiah McKay, was the team's top player this season. 1 year after starting for the Pirates State Tournament Club, McKay topped the Pirates in scoring. He averaged 19 points and 6 assists per game and was named All Northwest Suburban Conference. The youngest player on our team is Maple Grove freshman number 34, Brad Davison. Davison led the Crimson in scoring at 16 points per game and topped the team in assists and steals as well. Davison hit 40% of his threes and was named All Northwest Suburban Conference. Number 15, Totino Grace guard Reggie Meyer was one of the leading scorers in the Metro. He averaged 24.9 points per game and over 9 rebounds per outing for the Section 3 3A runner-up Eagles. Meyer finished his prep career with 1,234 points and was selected to the Pioneer Press second team. Champlain Park's number 25, Ian Smith, helped lead the Rebels to a 25-3 record and a Northwest Suburban Conference championship. Smith averaged 12 points, 6 assists, and 2 steals per game, while often leading the break for the quick transitioning Rebels. The two-time All-Northwest Suburban Conference guard will play college ball next year at Northern State University. Playing in the Tri-Metro Conference, Brooklyn Center's number 22, Takai Clark, is a hidden treasure. The junior guard led the league in scoring at 23.9 points per game, while also averaging nearly 10 rebounds and 2 blocks. Clark's field goal percentage was an impressive 53% for the season. He was all-conference for the Centaurs. Hopkins' number 2, Kamali Chambers, was the floor leader for the Lake Conference champion Royals. Chambers averaged 12 points and 3 assists this season and was an 82% free throw shooter. He was named to the all-tournament team at state. Now to the front court, and Maranatha Christian Academy's number 33, Jeremiah Hansen. The 6'4" junior forward led the Mustangs with averages of 23 points and 8 rebounds per game. Hansen was named to the Class A all-tournament team at state as the Mustangs finished third. Champlain Park's number 35, Brennan Witt, was a great rebounder and scorer for the Rebels. The senior averaged 17 points and 8 rebounds, leading the team in both categories for the last 2 seasons. A 3-year varsity player, Witt was all-conference and named second-team All-Metro by the Star Tribune. Hopkins' number 13, Amir Coffey, is perhaps the state's top recruit from the class of 2016. The sophomore averaged 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists per game for the 30-2 Royals. Coffey was named first-team All-Metro and to the all-tournament team at state. Armstrong's number 33, Ryan Casperson, was a strong post player for the 21-6 Falcons. The 6'5" senior averaged 12 points and 8 rebounds per game for a balanced scoring Falcons team. Casperson was second in the conference in rebounding, was named All-Conference, and selected to play in the Coaches Association All-Star Series. Finally, our center is 6'9" Osseo senior number 45, Ian Tyson. Despite missing 12 games due to a foot injury, Tyson returned in time for the postseason and led the Orioles to state with a 23-point, 12-rebound performance in the Section 5 4A final. For the season, he averaged 16 points and 9.5 rebounds per game. The Orioles' all-time leading scorer will play next year at South Dakota State. This would be a tough group to stop. It's the 2014 Sports Jam All-Area Boys Basketball Team. These guys had great seasons too and earned honorable mention status. Jay has girls basketball next.
Welcome back. We had a big season for girls basketball in the area, of course highlighted by Park Center's state title. Here's the Sports Jam girls basketball team. Our Sports Jam girls basketball team opens with one of the best players ever in the area, Park Center's Kayla McMorris. The first team All-Metro pick entered the state tournament averaging 22 points and 7.7 rebounds and raised those averages with a strong state tourney. Long and athletic with a great shot, McMorris has headed to Wisconsin.
Gets the layup and a foul.
Osseo's Io Port is a strong competitor who never stops working. Minnesota Duluth recruit Port led the Orioles in scoring, rebounding, and assists. She averaged 12.8 points and 8.5 rebounds while earning all-conference honors. Molly O'Toole led Lake Conference co-champ Hopkins in scoring and rebounding, averaging 12.1 points and 6.5 boards. O'Toole's also an 82% free throw shooter. Michaela Hayes of Park Center is a freshman with a whole lot of potential. Hayes led the Pirates in blocked shots at 3 per game and entered state averaging 9.5 points and nearly 8 rebounds. She made the Class 3A All-Tournament team.
Layup is good.
Cooper's Lori Bowler makes our squad after helping the Hawks to a tie for second in the North Suburban Conference. A good shooter who improved in all phases this winter, Bowler averaged 13.9 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.3 steals. She's Cooper's team MVP and an all-North Suburban pick. In the backcourt, Champlin Park's Alexis Alexander wrapped up a strong career for the Section 5 4A runner-up Rebels. Alexander, a South Dakota State signee, averaged 14 points, 4 assists, and 3 steals per game. 1,000-point scorer Lexi will play in the Coaches Association All-Star Game. Maple Grove's Kayla Jones quietly became one of the best players in Crimson history, according to her coach. Jones, a 2-time All-Northwest Suburban pick, led the Crimson at 17 points per game, along with 5 rebounds a night, and was a great leader. Madison Lee helped Maranatha Christian Academy to its 5th straight state tournament appearance. Miss Basketball candidate Lee is an all-conference pick and came into state averaging 16.6 points, 5 rebounds, 2.7 assists, and 2 steals.
Madison Lee leads.
Armstrong's Lyric Williams filled the stat sheet for the Falcons. Williams averaged 19.5 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 2.7 steals. The all-conference pick broke the Falcons' record for points in a season with 527 and led Armstrong in all major stat categories. T.T. Starks of Hopkins battled back from injuries to resume her place as an integral part of the Royals lineup. A possible Division I recruit, Junior Starks is a complete player, averaging 9.2 points, 3.8 assists, 3.7 steals, and 5.5 rebounds. Hannah Schaub of Park Center didn't get to play in the Pirates' tournament run after injuring her knee late in the season, but Schaub helped the Pirates to a tie for second in the rugged Northwest Suburban Conference. The junior averaged 7.3 points, 4.2 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. Lexi Lee of Maranatha rounds out our squad. The Mustangs' leading scorer, Junior Lee, came into the state tournament averaging 17.7 points, 5.5 assists, and 3.2 steals. A dynamite group, the Sports Jam girls basketball team. These players were nominated for our team. Here's the honorable mention choices.
Remember, you can go to our website, 12.tv, to get another look at those teams.
See you next time on Sports Jam.